I am live according to YouTube, and we're doing an early morning live stream just because I didn't have to go to work today. They just called me and said, you know what? Um, the pool may be canceled. I had to go in and clean. I was supposed to go in and clean the parking lot of the pool, but because of the snow event we're having, they may not even open the pool today. So I brought the tractor down there yesterday with a bucket on it, so I'm ready to go. So I may have to go in tomorrow to do that. But it's crazy to even think about opening a pool with only one or two people are going to go swimming in the facility, right? So anyway, we're having a snow event here today, and it's put a damper on everything I had to do. I had major plans. Yesterday, I got home from work, and I went out there with a chainsaw and I cut up a whole bunch of trees and stuff that they dropped right on our fence line. And the fence was down, crumpled up underneath all of the wire fence was crumpled up underneath big eucalyptus trees and cedar at the back of the house. So I cleaned that all up yesterday. I put the fence back up, and I'm glad I got that done before this snow started late last night, or it might have started early this morning. So the current temperature here is 0.1 degrees Celsius. So we're just above freezing. It is 10:02 p.m. Pacific time, and it's still coming down out there pretty good. Small, tiny little flakes. So we're going to get a lot of snow. I'm guessing we're probably going to get about 10 inches to maybe a foot of snow if this keeps up throughout the day and overnight. And often that can happen here in the southern Gulf Islands because that cold, dry Arctic air from Alaska mixes with this mild Pacific moist air, and it's causes snow. And a lot of times it misses the mainland. They'll get a little bit of snow, and we get majorly dumped on here. The plus, what's that? No, no, Vancouver. It's supposed to miss Vancouver. Yeah, so Vancouver, it's probably going to miss. Mostly they got tiny little skiff, like a heavy frost. And here we get dumped on in the southern Gulf Islands. The plus side about living here is our temperatures are always milder in the winter than over there. But we have to put up with some snow sometimes. And on the plus side, I'm glad that the eucalyptus trees got cut down. We got cut down. Wendy got a lot of them cut down the other day. 100-foot eucalyptus tree. She shot a video and she said 40-foot eucalyptus trees. Well, the bucket truck is 80-foot, 40-foot plus. Well, the bucket truck is 80-foot bucket truck, and it still couldn't reach to the top of them. So they were 100-foot eucalyptus trees, and now they are reduced to stumps. And I have a lot of firewood to haul and split, and the snow has definitely put a damper on it. And once spring comes, I got a few more eucalyptus trees to cut. I'm looking at them out the window here. They're not very big. They're skinny ones, so I'm going to cut the tops off them. I want everything small eucalyptus trees around the house. They're very dangerous trees when they're growing around your home because they are subject to breaking branches. And without warning, they will drop branches. And we like to call them widowmakers. And because they're hanging over our B&B, that's another problem. So the eucalyptus stumps will resprout back, and we're going to keep them small. All of those stumps will resprout back, and then we'll keep them shaped into smaller trees. So anyway, I hope you guys are having a good morning out there so far. And if you're out there, join in. If you're not, it's no big deal. I'll keep this live stream to a minimum, and maybe I'll do one later on. Like I say, the B&B guest left, which is good. We have B&B guest staying downstairs. He's working here on Salt Spring, so he left to go to work. And then we have other B&B guests checking into our other B&B tonight for a Valentine's getaway, but they're local from Victoria. They're from the Big Island. So, all right. So we have 2 watchers in there, and we have about 3.5 inches of snow out there right now, maybe close to 4 inches of snow, and still coming down. Hey, Southwest Ireland. Yeah, early live stream here so you can catch it. So that's good. So it is just above freezing here right now and snowing like crazy. So lots of snow. You can see my videos on the snow. I went down into the ravine and I shot a video of this swamp Sonii in the snow too. But the extreme minimum temperature this past Polar Express freeze this past winter was only minus 2.4 degrees Celsius. Really not that bad. The other day out in the Fraser Valley east of Vancouver, about 30 miles east of Vancouver, 40 miles east, the air temperature was about minus 7 degrees, and they had 60K winds, which made it feel like minus 20. We have no snow here. 10 degrees is nice. Yeah, we got lots of snow coming down here. Lots of snow coming down here right now. It is winter wonderland out there. And it's supposed to get back to normal. It'll warm up tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the last of the snow, and then we'll be back to rain and about 8 or 9 degrees Celsius. And hopefully that's it for winter. Hopefully we're done. We got our snow event, get it over with, and then we can get on with winter. Usually once we get to mid-February, we are on the safe zone here in the Southern Gulf Islands. So we're not going to get any extreme minimum temperatures. We can still get some snow, though, but it won't get that cold. But it really hasn't been that cold. Everything looks good. I was looking at our Queen Palm cross butia yesterday or the day before when the guys dropped a huge eucalyptus by it, and I thought, oh my God, I thought that thing was gone for sure. It missed our needle palms, and it missed our jubea, and it missed the Syagris cross butia. I think we were safe. Yeah, hopefully you're safe from frost. Yeah, I'm hoping our last frost will be done early too in February. And it often is done in end of February, early March, which is good. So yeah, it's looking like winter wonderland out here. I can grab the computer when more people get on here, and I'll show you what it looks like out the window. And it's definitely changed our landscape here, cutting down those big eucalyptus trees. It's so weird driving past our place now because we had these 100-foot eucalyptus trees, and now they are gone. So you see the house more. There's definitely more light getting in on the south slope now because we had a massive eucalyptus tree at the back of the house, and it's gone too. So it's this massive log I got to cut up now. I cleaned up all the rest of the debris and got the fence up yesterday, the deer fence back up when I got home from work. And now I just got to take my chainsaw and buck that eucalyptus tree into firewood. We probably have about 2 cords of eucalyptus firewood, a lot of eucalyptus firewood, which is awesome. It burns really hot like arbutus. And they did have to cut down my strawberry trees, which really sucks. We had 20-foot tall strawberry trees, so they cut them down to stumps, but they'll regrow again too. In order to drop the eucalyptus tree, they had to get the strawberry trees down. Hey, TTLFC, how's it going? I'm getting 2 Cuban wax palms. Cool. And blue bamboo, nice. Yeah, Cuban wax palms are nice. I wish they grow here, but they're definitely not hardy for our climate. I'm thinking the most tender palm we grow out there would be probably Washingtonia. Got 2 tequila seeds grow. Oh, really? You got them growing? I better check mine. Hey, when does Polar Express end? I hope. No, it's we don't have absolute plant lover. We don't have any polar. Sorry, I think it's polar vortex. Yeah, we have Polar Express, but you got to remember the minimum temperature here was only minus 2.4, and that's done now. It wasn't cold enough to harm anything here. It really wasn't. We didn't have any wind either. Hello, palm tree dude. I got to check my tequila seeds. There will be no cold damage in our garden here. There will be 0 cold damage. This is like a zone 9B winter here, except for the snow. Are we getting any sprouts in here yet? I'm not seeing any. I'm not seeing any sprouts in this tequila bag here. My Washingtonians are thriving. Sweet. That's awesome. Ours are in the. Are they sprouting? No, they're not sprouting yet. We have Washingtonias and big planters in an unheated tiki hut, and they're perfect. So anyway, I'll do a video. It's best for me to do an update video probably mid-March or so when the Polar Express is long behind us, because if there is damage, it shows up long after the freeze is passed, right? It doesn't show up during the freeze. Often it doesn't show up days after the freeze. It can show up a week after the freeze or more. Hey, Camel, good to see you in there. Yeah, I'm doing an early live stream. I thought I would have been called into work today, but they just called and they says, no, not right now. Don't need me right now. I'm waiting for ice to start breaking tree. Oh, yeah. Oh, ice. Ooh. That's one thing we don't get here. We do not. I sent a photo the other day. TTLFC. Cool. I'll have to check it out. Of the tequila. Yeah, we don't get ice storms here on Salt Spring Island on the Gulf Islands, but where I used to live in southwest corner of Langley, southeast of Vancouver, we had 2 ice storms that I remember. I call them a silver thaw, and they caused so much damage. I just potted my sable bed. Oh, cool. Sprouted a root. Oh, nice. They'll grow good where you are, sable palmetto. I've grown literally hundreds of them from seed. If you don't get any, and I get a few more out. Oh, cool. That's cool. Thanks, man. Well, you know what? I'm waiting on these. I mean, these are supposed to be fresh seed. Our Trachycarpus wagnerianus are popping like weeds, but nothing here. All of my low temperatures. There goes my connection. Ugh, how annoying. There goes my connection, folks. So if my connection dies, it means, well, I'm not going to be streaming. I have 5 of 8 seeds, not sure what to do. Better start planting those babies. I've grown a lot of those from seed too. I just take them out of the ones I eat, right? I can't wait till spring. I'm looking forward to it. I'm back. Yeah, the thing lagged for a little bit there. So, but yeah. Anyway, this is our snow event, and we're definitely going to get more snow this time than we did on December 20th. But it's supposed to rain. Monday is supposed to rain. It's supposed to be back to normal again. And hopefully that's it for winter here on the Southern Gulf Islands. I tell you, man, if those eucalyptus trees weren't cut down, we'd probably drop a few more branches and damage more stuff. So I'm glad Wendy got them all cut down. How much snow you got so far? I think there's about 3.5 inches out there or so. I did measure it about an hour ago, and there's about 3.5. So there could be up to 4 inches of snow right now here, and it's dry snow, but it is starting to get wetter because the temperatures are above freezing now, and that's what ends up breaking the branches off eucalyptus trees. My Sager is doing great. Oh, cool. Nice, Dara. Hey, everyone has been clearing off our loquat. Oh, yeah. We have a loquat out there, but I'm not going to bother cleaning it off because it's kind of dry snow at the moment. But if it does get wetter, I'll probably have to shake it off because last snow in December, it did break part of the loquat. And I planted that loquat tree 27 years ago, something like that. It's been in the ground a long time. Never been damaged by cold. Why didn't you? I can't move to Hawaii because we're Canadian, right? It's not that easy. Although my buddy here on Salt Spring Island moved to Hawaii because he had dual citizenship. He moved here from San Francisco 35 years ago, and his wife was Canadian, and they lived on Salt Spring for over 30 years, and they moved to Hawaii about 5 years ago. They're on Kauai. So not that easy for me to move to Hawaii. Have to win the really because there we go. I'm back again. Yeah, no, after actually went to work, Camel. I planted my ruffled fan. Oh yeah, the Lacola. Cool, Dara. Steve, we had a low of -7 Thursday and Friday. Okay, the lowest temperature here, Steve, was -2.4 without the wind. We don't get outflow winds here, thank God. That is it was cold out in the valley, out in Abbotsford the other day. It was -7, -8 with cold outflow winds. So that's one thing here where we are. We do not get any cold outflow winds. And we're fortunate that way. I lived in South Langley for years, and I know all about outflow winds. It is they freeze dry broadleaf evergreens real fast. So, like I say, this past winter has been very mild so far. It is below normal right now, of course, but definitely not cold enough to damage anything we grow in our garden. There will be zero winter damage in our garden. All right. So, and stay tuned for an update video once March comes. I'll go around the whole garden and I'll show you everything, and we'll see how it looks. And I'm pretty sure everything will look pretty good. And like I said, snow doesn't hurt the palm trees. A lot of people ask me, well, what about your palm trees in the snow? Well, what about them in the snow? Snow doesn't hurt them. It's extreme cold and it's prolonged cold. And if there's wind associated with the cold, that can cause a lot of damage to broadleaf evergreens, right? It desiccates the leaves. So my advice to you, if you live in a cold, windy spot and you want to grow a windmill palm tree, plant it in your most sheltered spot. That's what you got to do. Put it on the south side of your house or wherever the winds aren't going to hit it. And that's what I used to do in Langley. Put them on the sunny side, out of the wind side of the house. Hey, Palms USA, good to see you in there. Right on. Yeah, early live stream. I thought I'd get called into work today, but they phoned and said, no show, don't need me right now. I had to move. I would have been on snow removal. I drive the tractor and clean the parking lot of the public pool, but they might have closed it today. There's Sable Meadow in Norfolk that are absolutely covered in snow. Yeah, it won't hurt them. It won't even hurt them at all, palm tree dude. It's the freezing temps that kills the palm. Yeah, it kills the palm, the freezing temps. And even the hardiest palms can be killed by cold if it's below the minimum they can handle and prolonged. So one night of we'll just say one night of minus 18 degrees Celsius might not hurt a needle palm, okay? But if you get a week or two straight of minus 18 degrees Celsius, it will probably kill the needle palm. Well, palmettos are their own breed of, yeah, they are tough. Palmettos are tough, and there are actually few here on the southwest coast of Canada, believe it or not. They grow faster out in the valley southeast of Vancouver. And I do have a video of a friend, my friend Brian in Cloverdale has a nice one in his garden. Pretty mild winter until then. At least we have lemons outside when they're there. Oh, cool. Yeah, I brought the kumquat in. I didn't bother leaving it out. I just threw it in the basement. Outside there. It was outside. The pots up with bubble wrap, so they should be good. Sable palms. Cool, Dara. I have I have a few sable palms too. I grew from seed. I grew a ton of them from seed in the past and I sold them, but we have some in the ground. I thought it was a goner the other day. I thought they dropped a tree on it. Dude, I'd get scared. Dude, I'd get scared. 30 Fahrenheit? No, they'll be good in 30. My buddies southeast of Vancouver has survived much lower than that. I got a video of it. It's absolutely beautiful. It's probably taller than me now. I'm going to say the trunk on it is about here, about like this, and it's got lots of fronds on it. So it's he lives about 30 miles southeast of Vancouver. It's a beautiful palmetto right in the center of his yard. It's been outside for probably maybe 10 years, something like that, I guess. And it does get more heat units out there because he's a little inland from the ocean. Sable palm are raised to grow that side. Yeah, they are. You know what's really hardy is sable riverside. If you ever get a chance, get a sable riverside. They're extremely cold hardy. I had one survive 5.4 degrees Fahrenheit on the mainland in a very bad winter. It would have been the late 1980s or it would have been 1990. It was just a really bad cold winter, and it survived in zone 8A, 8B. That winter was a zone 8A for sure. It was dang cold, and it did survive. Yeah, very slow to grow in colder climates, but in hot climates, they grow faster for sure. Like in Florida, South Carolina, North Carolina. Never heard of that. Yeah, they are definitely slow grower sables. Most sables are slow. And our sable cassarium is doing very well too. And we have sable louisia on the ground too. Sable are growing for over 50 years. Nice. I wish I got to get another one. I don't have one here. I left it at my last location. And I know sables don't really take too kindly, some of them, to digging up. I tried moving a sable minor years ago and it died. So I have to get another sable riverside for our garden here. So when the guy cut the big eucalyptus at the back of the house, he cut through one of our palm trees. So I'm going to plant maybe a sable there or maybe a Camarops. Sitka spruce, Sheen builds guitars from the Victory guitars. He's Sun Ecola. Oh, cool. Sitka spruce builds guitars. That's cool, Greg. Oh, there goes my. There's a lot of fresh water that spills into that harbor, okay? Because there's drains that pour fresh water into it. So the fresh water sits on top of that salt water. And to freeze fresh water, it just has to be at freezing or below. So 32 degrees Fahrenheit or below. I've seen it freeze lots of times. But the salt water takes about minus 21 degrees Celsius to freeze, okay? That salt water you will never freeze, but the fresh water you will freeze. So it's a layer. It makes it look colder than what it is. And it's obviously not that cold because if it was colder, those palm trees would not growing beside it and the big eucalyptus trees. Joe, someone create. I know, I saw that. I think that might be that Bigfoot guy. Yeah, that guy is terrible. I reported him to YouTube Palms USA. And yeah, I totally reported him. Isn't that terrible? He's using my avatar and he's using a video that I shot years ago of the Lysisteria formosa. Somebody sent me that. And yeah, I did. I'm going to do a copyright. I did. I sent it into YouTube. That's terrible. I have an idea. It might be Bigfoot. I think you know. Yeah, it is. I'm pretty sure it's that person. That's crazy, man. You know what I mean? That really is weird. Really, really weird when somebody uses somebody else's avatar. And I think they're just looking to get views. So anyway, we'll see what YouTube has to do about it. I'm going to send him another message. You don't think it is him? I wonder who it is then. Who do you think it would be? That's really strange. Houston is getting real cold weather. Yeah. Minus 11 Celsius. How do you think? Some of the palms are going to get hit. I got a friend that lives in Houston. We were chatting last night. He messaged me because of the heat that follows it. I think it is Bigfoot myself, Palms USA. So report it, and we'll see what YouTube does about it. Because I don't think that's very cool when people do stuff like that. Their Majesty Palms in Houston. Yeah, they will get fried for sure. Account was created April last year. Bigfoot channel created. Yeah, I wonder. I don't know, man. Sandor, how's it going, Sandor? Yeah, you see the troll. Hey, Sandor, I sent you a private message on Facebook. See the troll that made a channel that looks like mine, calls it Southern Gulf Islands or something like that. Uses my avatar. That's pretty tacky. Pretty tacky, man. Not cool. Trolls are idiots as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, I sent you a private message in Facebook, Sandor. Check it out. And the video. It's my video. They use my video. They use my avatar, and they're calling their channel Southern Gulf Island Palms. Like, what a crazy person, man. I'd love to get a hold of that person. I'd love to meet them face to face. And Wendy holding the camera while I'm meeting them face to face, just to see the look on their face. I would lose my, I don't even want to say it. I'd come unglued real fast. Bigfoot, the church up your worship. Really? You got a Bigfoot church? Wow. Well, I think it is. He's got lots of channels. Apparently, he's got 30 YouTube channels. Oh, man, I do more than yell at him, I'll tell you. Oh, God. This really irritates me, people that do stuff like that. I don't know what jollies they get out of it. I really don't. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Crank called you. Yeah, they did that to me, too. BC weed, maybe. Got a lot of that up here, too. And Bigfoot. Lots of Bigfoot sightings up here, Greg. Yeah, I told you. Yeah, they did me too. And that's all right. I called them right back, Sandor. Hey, howdy. Hey, Palm Nation. Do you see that somebody, I got to find that video. See that video? I'm going to find it. And I'm going to post the link here. Hey, Palm Nation, there's somebody that's actually used my avatar and my video as their own. Can you believe it? We know who it is, Palm Nation. I know. I did send a copyright infringement. So anyway, the only thing I think that's what it is, Steve. 39 F highs and lows 34. That's not too bad. It's not enough to kill palm trees anyway. But that's actually below normal for us too, Camel. Our highs should be about 47 right now, 48, and our lows should be probably in the high 30s. I know there's a difference between air surface temperature and palms affected by surface temps. No, not here. They're not. It's prolonged cold and extreme minimums. That's what they're affected by here. Those are strong in Canada. Yeah, I'm going to. We'll see what YouTube has to say about it, because I did send them. I sent a warning in. Our highs are about 50s. Yeah. Because your latitude, we're 48 degrees latitude this far north. So, like I say, I'm pretty pissed off with all the. Oh yeah, I know, Palm Nation. That's like it's all doom and gloom. People think even here too. It's not that cold. Like I say, the coldest temperature I recorded was minus 2.4 degrees Celsius. U.S. You can't use. Yeah, that's right, palm tree dude. I agree. You can't use other people's stuff. That's right. I'm gonna find this here, guys. Sorry. I'm gonna find this. I'm gonna find the link. I'm going to find the link for you, and I'm going to post the link of the video that this person used and the avatar. They used my avatar, which really annoys me. Trolling is one thing, but using my videos and using my avatar is even worse, right? So, excuse me. I'm drinking my nettle tea. This is weird. Hang on. I got to find this. I have to find this video. I protected my paws because I said the moment everything was protected. Who? Excuse me. Man, I got something in my throat and I don't know what the hell it is. Let's just see here. I'm going to find this for you guys. Sorry. I'm trying to find the link here. I'm trying to find this link. My wife drives a CRV. CRV four-wheel drive. Okay, guys. I think I just reported that channel. Oh, thanks, channel. Thanks, Camel. Awesome. I think there's one in Virginia. Okay. Here is the link to the troll. I shot that video years ago. I shot that video, I think 10 years ago, something like that. You can hear that. So this guy is calling himself Southern Gulf Palm Trees. He calls himself Southern Gulf Palm Trees. You have to submit a full-blown copyright claim. YouTube will take it down. Yeah, I did. I'm gonna check it again. Make sure I did it right. No, my wife doesn't gather herbs in the ditches because she grows her own herbs in the garden. But there are people that do gather herbs. Yeah, palm tree dude. I'm gonna double check. Bigfoot works like this. Act like someone else, or he lives. Yeah. It's really weird, man. And yeah, it's just strange. Maybe he's got a split personality or something. Thanks, Palm Nation. Do you think that's him? It's got to be him, right, Palm Nation? Yeah, I know. Isn't it weird? I just like that. Just makes me sick. I'm so sick and tired of that crap. So you know what? Yeah, it is. Palm Nation thinks it's him, and I know Palm Nation is right. So, um, yeah, I don't think. Well, he probably didn't like it if people troll his channel. I don't know what's up with him having 30 YouTube channels. That's just kind of weird. I don't even know how anybody does that. I'm not a computer expert. I don't even edit my videos. Sandor, it's him 100%. What's the best time to plant palms in the ground? Where you are, Camel, you could probably plant them year round. Here, we plant year round. They say the best time is spring and summer, but I do plant palms year round here, and it's not a problem. In colder climates, generally the spring and summer, right? But here, I've planted every month of the year, and it doesn't make a difference. Anyway, thanks for reporting them. Von Helsinki. Hello, Von Helsinki. Yeah, Sandor, it's crazy, that he's actually taken my video and my avatar. It bothers me more. A lot of people use my videos. A lot of people have used my Chinese military video. Tons of people have used it, and 10% of it, 50% of it, whatever. I don't care. It's educational stuff. But when somebody takes my whole video and my avatar and tries to pretend they're me, that's even worse. Worse. Oh, cool. Thanks, Steve. Awesome. Buddy, a sport writer, need another paper. A sport writer read another paper. No way, Greg. Is that right? So copyright infringement there. Isn't that plagiarism? Wow. Yeah, we need the Russians. We need that Russian guy to come back there, Palm Nation, and do a number on him. I forget the Russian's name, but he does have a YouTube channel. Oh, yeah, it's snowing here. I'm going to show you. Hey, let me grab my computer, and I'm going to show you out the window. I'll show you exactly what it's doing here. It's snowing big time. That's my other thing kicking in. Okay. I'll show you guys. This is what it's doing out here on Salt Spring Island. See that? What do you think? Winter wonderland. All the big eucalyptus trees are gone. What do you think, guys? Pretty snowy? That's what it looks like. Great White North. And I'll plug that back in. And I plug my, there. All right. So there you go. Yeah, it happens. We do get snow here. We're in Canada. We're supposed to get a record-breaking 8 inches here. Well, you know what? We'll probably get about 10 inches here. It is bad, Greg. I agree with you. It's supposed to snow all day. It's supposed to snow through the night, too. So tomorrow we're going to have a ton of snow. That's one thing we don't get here is flooding. Are you locked there on as usual on our island? Only thing I'm going to get is flooding. We don't get flooding here, Steve or Camel, because we're up high and dry. 1 centimeter an hour of snow. We're getting 1 centimeter an hour. Wow. Well, maybe we're getting that here too. 8 inches. Palm Nation isn't that bad. We're not getting the cold. I'll tell you what the temperature is, Sandor. It is currently 0.2 degrees Celsius. Yeah, Greg, we've had no lockdowns here on Salt Spring Island. We've only had 3 reported cases of you know what. So nothing here. It's a pretty safe place to be. And it's pretty quiet too because there's no tourists coming here. Although we do actually have somebody coming to stay in our other B&B tonight. And we got somebody staying in the other B&B. We have 2 B&Bs because the guy's actually working here on Salt Spring Island. So he's a hydro worker and he's testing the power poles. Where's Salt Spring Island? Okay, makes sense. Yeah, we got the other islands on the outer islands are to the east of us, Steve. So if there's any wind coming, they get the brunt of it. We're the most westerly island up against Vancouver Island, so we just don't get any cold, strong winds here at all. Pretty much nil. Palm Tree Dude -1 out here. Palm Tree Dude, that's not too bad. -1. Southwest Ireland, is that right? You guys are down in lockdown. Ontario's crash. That's sad, Greg. It really is sad. Everything seems to be going as usual here on Salt Spring Island. I wish we didn't get so many tourists. Myrtle Beach gets millions. Yeah, we get a lot of people here on Salt Spring. So our population here is 10,500, and it goes up to over 30,000 in the summertime. But the last couple of years, last year, not as much because of you know what, and this year will probably be the same. We're averaging about 2 inches of snow, 8 inches record-breaking, my area mean. Yeah, oh well, hey, snow's a good insulator, Palm Nation. You know what I mean? Not too bad. This is, the snow is going to turn wet. It started out dry, but it's going to get wet now because we're above freezing. And then when it turns to rain, it's going to get really ugly. But I'm just so happy that the eucalyptus trees are cut down. You could be locked down for months. No way. That's crazy. That is crazy, Dara. Yeah, no, I go to work every day as usual. I go to the stores every day as usual. Restaurants are open here. Everything's open here. Everything shuts down when you get a snow. Yeah, that's the thing. Like they haven't even plowed our road yet. So I'm guessing they didn't call me into the pool today because they shut the pool down. I was supposed to go in there and clean the parking lot with the tractor. Blue Mountain Village Resort is closed. Is that right, eh? Where's that? Where's Blue Mountain Village? Hey, Alec, how's it going, buddy? Snow might be the only way. Yeah, true, Camel. That is true. I mean, kids like it, and it does look nice out there, but it doesn't last long here. It changes to rain within a day or two. So we're getting rain on Monday, and that's just the way it is. Let me just look at the EC forecast. Let's just see. We might get a bit of snow on Monday too. We'll see if the forecast changes so fast. You know what I mean? There's probably about 4 inches out there now, Alec. The palms keep me going as I'm. Yeah, you gotta love the palms. Palm trees, Dara. Winter storm warning. Okay, here's our forecast, folks. Here's our Southern Gulf Island forecast, give or take degrees and snowfall depending where you live on the islands. North of Toronto and Georgian Bay. Okay, Georgian Bay. That's supposed to be really nice there. My mom was actually born in Ontario, and she was born in a small town called Kenora. I've never been to Ontario. I think Kenora is near Manitoba border, but my mom was born in a place called Kenora, and she moved to Vancouver when she was like 3 years old, 3 or 4 years old. So around 1940 or 41, she moved to Vancouver. She was just a little kid, but that's where she was born in Kenora. Do you guys know where Kenora is? My mom goes into work every. My dad half in person. Wow, is that right, eh? Palm tree dude. Wow. Yeah, no, everything's life as usual here on Salt Spring Island. People are just doing their daily thing, but people are wearing masks, of course, in the store. You can't go into a store without a mask. You're not allowed to have big gatherings. So there's no big gatherings allowed, but you can go into the coffee shop and stuff. All the coffee shops are open. I mean, if it wasn't snowing, I'd go into the coffee shop today, but my little truck isn't the greatest in the snow. And I do have snow tires on. Real estate. Oh yeah, Greg. So it's same here on Salt Spring Island. It's extremely real estate is extremely expensive. Alec, it is a crazy week. I'm not worried about the snow. In fact, the moisture. Yeah, you know what? Snow is fine. And a lot of people think snow is going to kill your palms and plants. Snow is not going to do anything to your palm trees. You know what I mean? If you have -2 or 3 degrees Celsius, or we'll just say 27 degrees Fahrenheit and snow, not a problem. But if you have -15 degrees, which is 5 degrees Fahrenheit, that's a problem. Snow is not going to bother anything. People assume to think it is extremely cold when there's snow around. It's not. It's not going to harm your palm trees. Steve Rogers, my mom was born in Climax, Saskatchewan, New Year's Day, and called her. Right on. Von Sinky, -14. That is pretty chilly. Anyone from Dallas? There's nobody from Dallas here, I don't think. Oh, there is a guy from Dallas in here. What's his name? Fishaholic. I think Fishaholic's from Dallas. Tony Cerboni lives in Dallas, and he's got an amazing palm collection. So they're probably some of them might get hit hard if the temperatures do indeed go that low. Snow and salts, you and the heat bill. Yeah, well, you know what? I'll tell you what, Greg. We have a great wood stove here. We got an airtight Pacific Energy, and it is absolutely awesome. So we just had a dozen trees cut down the other day, and I have at least 2 cords of eucalyptus wood, and then at least probably maybe a half a cord, or maybe more than no, I got more than half a cord now. Maybe another cord of Douglas fir and cedar. Sandor, -8C here. Not so bad. Could be worse. I heard they're getting wiped. The eucalyptus trees are gone here now, Alec. You can see the videos of them. I got videos of them getting cut down. Wendy's got to go to Gulf Island Rock, and you can see the videos on her channel. She said the 40-foot plus eucalyptus trees are getting cut down. She didn't realize they're 100 feet tall, the eucalyptus trees we have here. She titled it 40-foot eucalyptus trees. I don't even think the shortest ones were 40 foot. Dallas is supposed to get to, oh man, that is cold. Yeah, his garden is beautiful. It is, you know what, Greg? The wood stove we have is absolutely awesome. It is a Pacific Energy airtight, and it was put in the house when I bought it. I bought this place just about 30 years ago now, and it heats. That's the only heat we use here is wood heat. So we can burn at least 2 to 3 cords a winter, and it really depends on how bad the winter is. But it's such a nice heat in here. It is so warm and it's so comfortable. And just before bed, you put in a nice big chunk of Pacific Madrona arbutus or eucalyptus, because we burn eucalyptus too, and it will burn all night. And you get up in the morning and it'll be still red hot, and then you just throw another piece of wood in there and it keeps on going. Thank God the Appalachian Mountains protect us. Yeah, you're lucky. That's the thing. We got the Rocky Mountains and the Coast Mountains here, so we don't get any polar vortex. The only cold air we get comes down from Alaska. It stopped raining. It has stopped raining here. Oh, wow. Well, I'm actually looking forward to rain now, Alec. Smells great. It does. Oh, man. You could smell it. They chipped up all the branches, Steve, from our eucalyptus trees. We got a massive truckload of eucalyptus shavings out there, wood chips, and I use them actually for potting palm trees. And can you believe it? They say it's toxic, which I've proved that wrong. And the last batch I potted up in eucalyptus wood chips with soil are thriving. That was 2 years ago. Sandor, yeah, when I was watching Wendy's video on the I thought they're way taller. That bucket truck is 80 foot. The tallest ones are 100 feet taller. It's just about as tall as the native trees. And I told her, you got to change the title. She says, well, I said over 40 feet. It's like 40 feet's not that tall. A branch that came off the tree in the last snowfall was over 40 foot up the tree. It's a huge branch. The branch was this big. So anyway, I'm so glad. I do miss the looks of them. I got to admit, I do miss the looks of the eucalyptus, but I'm glad they're gone. I was going to a tiny house builder out there. Oh, cool. We have a tiny house, Greg. You'd love our tiny house. I'll have to do a video on it for you. And I have to do a video on my my Matchbox and Hot Wheel collection for somebody wanted. I don't know if it was Palms USA or Palm Tree Dude. Somebody wanted to see my my car collection. So after this video, I'm going to go down there. Oh, I think the snowplow just went by. Snowplow just went by. Awesome. Yeah, when I was watching Wendy's video on Ukes, no, -5 Celsius, no. -5 Fahrenheit, yes. So there's a difference between Celsius and Fahrenheit, Ben. So Ben, -5 Celsius is not that bad. Trachycarpus will cakewalk for it. Alec, we're supposed to get 10 Fahrenheit from there. Baz, I believe, protect this time. Cool. You got to like that, Alec. 10 Fahrenheit. It's cold, but still not cold enough to kill an established Trachycarpus palm. I've had them totally defoliated at 10 Fahrenheit, though, at my last location. I will tell you one thing. To be honest with you, I've never, ever had winter damage on a Trachycarpus palm here. Even seedlings, I've never had them winter damage here, right? Yeah, the mountains actually did something for once. Yeah, mountains are good. We might get a frost Tuesday. No huge deal. Our last frost last year was either late February or early March. So I'm hoping this is the last of our winter. But you know what? Sometimes Old Man Winter likes to sneak in another one in March, in early March or late February. So at this point, I'm just hoping it's the last Arctic blast we get. We call them the last Alaska blaster because she likes to open her doors up, folks, and that cold air comes straight down from Alaska and it sits right over top of our southern Gulf Islands. And you know what? The snow is pretty, but it does put a damper on a lot of things I need to do today. I have big plans on cleaning out all the eucalyptus wood from the front driveway. I got a mountain of it sitting by the greenhouse and then more logs that they threw down there too. It's just like I have so much wood splitting to do. It's crazy. And then at the back of the house, like I say, I got home from work yesterday. I fixed the fence, the deer fence. They dropped trees on the deer fence. I had to get in there and buck off eucalyptus trees and a cedar tree off the wire fence and straighten the fence posts, the T-bar posts. I got that all cleaned up. I still have one massive eucalyptus tree to cut up back there. They dropped it right between the garden, and it only broke a branch off of one of our hibiscus trees. I got some snow, about an inch, turned into ice storm. Camel. I don't trust frost dates, though. My last frost date is supposed to be April 6th, my growing season. Yeah, you just never know, Camel. You just never know. I have a pretty good matchbox. Oh, okay. I'm going to have to show you mine, Sander. Mine are more from the late 60s and early 70s. And got a lot of those. I used to be right into Matchbox cars and Hot Wheels. A couple of Johnny Lightnings. And they were kind of like a Hot Wheel. And then I got a lot of stuff in packages, too, like a lot of cars still in packages. So I'll go down into the basement because I have the tree ferns in the basement right now, the potted Australian ones. So I might have to water them. My loblolly pines are way down right now, ice. And hopefully they're not going to break. That's the problem with ice. That's crazy. Glad the oh, yeah. I was worried. I had a bad sleep the night before. The day they cut down that tree, they cut down our 20-foot strawberry trees, which really sucks. And they ran a chainsaw through a palm tree that I had grown there for 20 years, man. I had that palm tree growing there for 20 years in the rock. I put the seed in there in between this rock crack, and it grew, and the trunk was about this big, and they ran the chainsaw right through the palm tree, which was really upsetting. So they cut that down, and anyway, the arbutus trees will regrow back again. Why didn't you tell them not? I didn't. I wasn't here. I wasn't at work. Wendy was, and then she was out part of the time, so they just started cutting stuff up. Joe, how long is your growing season? Basically 365 days of the year here. There's things that grow here year-round, Von Helsinki. It's the Gulf Islands are quite different than the rest of Canada. There's flowers here year-round. You can grow vegetables here year-round, too. You can grow root crops and stuff, too. Yeah. Why would they cut a tree you asked them not to cut? Well, the reason they cut the... Alec, the reason they cut the arbutus trees is because they were in the way of the eucalyptus tree they had to cut. So they left stumps, and the stumps will resprout. That's the nice thing about those strawberry trees. You are the biggest winter. Your biggest winter killer. Yeah, no kidding, palm tree dude. Yeah, it's kind of a bummer. The mess is a real drag. Have to clean up the mess, but Wendy's pretty much got everything cleaned up in the front yard. They've chipped all the branches. We have a big burn we got to do in the back, down in the back 40. What's the biggest needle palm you've ever seen and where? Only on the internet. Biggest needle palms I've ever seen are on the internet, man. Oh, maybe one in Hawaii. I saw one at Ala Moana. It was probably about maybe 3 feet high, maybe 3 feet wide, something like that. But it's gone now. When they redid the mall, they got rid of that needle palm, but there used to be one there. And we have 7 needle palms. They're all doing very well, and they're not super big yet, but they're doing great. They dropped the eucalyptus tree, I swear to God, right beside our needle palms on the back of the house. I thought, oh my God, they just missed the needle palm. The eucalyptus tree is about this big around, and it was that one was probably about 40 feet tall, and it would have just flattened them. Thank God it missed them. Wendy was baking brownies when they were cutting down. She was. She was. That's what she was doing. That she brought the guys out some brownies. Biggest needle I've ever seen personally at water park. It's called, yeah, and the ones down in the Washington State Arboretum, Washington D.C. Those are nice ones too. Water country. That's cool, palm tree dude. Yeah, frost dates are inaccurate. Salt Spring Island is supposed to have. Yeah, it's a lot more than that. Well, you know what? It depends where you are on Salt Spring Island, Camel. It really depends where you are. Okay, so our last frost last year, I think, was early March or late February. Okay, no more frost. Nothing below 0 degrees Celsius or 32. And our first frost was in February or in December. So you can figure that out. March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. So that's 9 months right there. And just about December, all of December, right? So 9.5 months last year was our frost-free growing season. That's a lot more than 170 days. But there are colder growing areas on Salt Spring Island. Thank God. I know. Thank God they missed a lot of things. Is Salt Spring Island the warmest climate? I thought. Victoria and Salt Spring are pretty much neck and neck. I would have to say Tofino is warmer. I would have to say Tofino for extreme minimums. It's probably raining in Tofino right now. Palms USA, you're back. Awesome. Tofino is probably the mildest winter climate in all of Canada. And then next would be the Southern Gulf Islands, Victoria. Nanaimo's pretty mild too. But we do get snow and we do get frost, and we are not a tropical island. We are in Canada, and we are at 48 degrees north latitude, okay? So the snow is just a friendly reminder of that. But it's probably snowing in Victoria right now, too. And parts of Vancouver are very mild, too, in the Sunshine Coast. Thanks, Dara. I wasn't planning on going this long, but you know what? I really can't do anything outside because it's snowing. I don't shovel the driveway. We have 3 driveways, so don't waste my time. Zit I'm Zone 6 here in Jealous. I look Canadian. Well, there's colder Canadian climates and there's milder ones in winter. It's the Pacific Ocean that does it here. You know what I mean? I'll go. Cool. Thanks, Dara. Palms, I am in Richmond, Virginia, 0 Celsius and heating here. 0 Celsius. Temperature here is, temperature's going up 0.3 degrees Celsius. Okay, live stream. I can catch you then, Palms USA. I can catch your live stream because I'm here all day. I'm here all day, and I may actually have to get to work tomorrow if I can make it to work tomorrow. Generally, I'd never work weekends, but during a snow event, they need someone to clear the parking lot and drive the tractor. And I drive the tractor and I clear the parking lot of the swimming pool. But it is nice and cozy in here. I don't know, maybe the snow stopped. Let's see. You know what? The snow is really slowed down. They're very tiny flakes. I work for the Parks Department. And I own a palm tree nursery. So palm tree nursery is the side business. I've always had one. And I work for Parks and Rec. Remember the show Parks and Rec? I work for Parks and Rec, but not the show. 4 centimeters. Oh, you're down in Richmond. Palms USA is a good channel. There's a lot of good channels on YouTube. Awesome. I haven't found any palms yet, but I know. Cool. Oh, I love working for the Parks Department. And during the cooler weather we've had here has been just absolutely beautiful because this is our wet season, okay? This is our rainy season. A lot of times I'm working out in the rain in the winter, but the last week has been so dry and so nice. Temperatures down where I've been working, -1, -2. I think where I was working one day was down near -3, but there's been no wind. It was sunny, sun and clouds. I worked outside every day, redoing park benches, planing the park benches to get the old finish off. We actually run them through a planer and then with a jointer, and then I give them a quick sand and I put some lifetime on them. It's absolutely awesome working outside. Gotta love the Mediterranean climate. Mediterranean climate is a good thing. And the Gulf Islands are a Mediterranean climate. They are mild, dry summers and wet winters here with occasional snowfall. And today we are getting an occasional snowfall. And up on the mountains, they are probably going to get dumped on. I mean, they're probably going to get like 1.5 to 2 feet of snow up there. They got a foot of snow already in December. I mean, you got to remember the mountains here get a lot of snow on Salt Spring Island. And there's been snow on the mountains all week up there. Driving to work, you can see the snow on the mountains. So, and there are houses up on some of those mountains. They can have it. You know why people buy on those mountains? For the view. When I was in Southern Swiss, about 20 years there, mostly Trachy, Bay, Grow. Yeah, there's Phoenix, Locarno, and Lugano, Switzerland is absolutely full of palm trees. What's your high temp in the summer? Summer temperatures here are usually around 75 degrees. We get some 80-degree days, but usually around 75 degrees. It's really nice. It's actually extremely pleasant here with low humidity. And I work out in it, so it's good enough for me. I don't even like working in 75. Normally I'm at Clairtown in Richmond. Palms, how are things in Ontario? What is the weather up there? Yeah, it's really interesting at this end of the island. You can really feel the difference in temperature when I'm working in a colder spot. Because we're so close to the ocean here on the north end of Salt Spring Island, the island goes like this where we are. So 900 feet to the ocean here and about less maybe than 3/4 of a mile on this side. You can really feel how the ocean regulates the air temperature. So, and I say that to Wendy when I get home from work. It's like, man, it's like night and day difference when I'm working in a cooler spot on Salt Spring and I drive up here. It's instantly milder. You can just totally feel it. Could anyone tell me if Phoenix could grow in Fort Mill? I wonder. You better put one to the test. Fort Mill, South Carolina. Put one to the test. You know what? The high humidity they might not like. If you get high humidity, date palms do not like high humidity. So that's something you might want to think about. They're actually quite hardy. I would try one for sure. Phoenix canariensis can handle the rain. I don't know about the high humidity though. Why don't you try Phoenix sylvestris? There's lots of those growing in Hawaii. Phoenix sylvestris are really nice palm. So I put our date palms in the basement. You know, I have one date palm outside in the garden. And I'm not going to look at it till spring. I put a black bucket over top of it. And it's keeping me in suspense because I want to see if it actually survives.